Said I ain't got no friends on my blood to me. Spilling on your head, that's money.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the Atlanta Hawks come into town in this game. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Raptors make a quick stop here at home before heading back out on the road. They've hit a rough spot here early, but still have plenty of time in their season to find their way out.
Well, Capella, if we watched him again there, he would be reading where that ball is going, and he positions himself before the ball even comes off.
Now here's Schroeder. Here's Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Hey, Brent, early on in this season, teams still ironing out some of the kinks. What exactly are they working on at this point?
Well, one of the things you're working out is to find out if your scheme fits your personnel. If so, how do you build on that? And then how do you distribute the minutes to the guys who are going to play those roles on your team?
And they'll keep possession. Young, no good.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Here's Schroeder to the inside. Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective. He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. So Barnes will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on Trae Young. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Oh, gee, the long arms and athleticism up and down this roster for the Raptors. It is something.
Yeah, they have a type that they're looking for. Blocks, steals, deflections, all coming in bunches. The activity will be there.
Here's Schroeder. After the basket by DeAndre Hunter. Back to Barnes. Raptors moving the ball around. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
So tricky there with the floater, and a nice touch from Trae Young.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Toronto with the ball. They trail by 1. Schroeder looking around. Barnes outside. Clock is at 3. Here's Anunoby. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. And stolen by Barnes. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And Anunoby slams it in.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep. And you look at Bogdanovic, the Serbian sharpshooter, so skilled.
Yeah, Bogdanovic is a guy, Greg, that does just a great job of playing off the ball. He knows that's his role. He's got to find opportunities to get into space and be ready to knock things down. But it does not take away from that effort he gives you defensively.
Throws up. And Bogdanovic throws it down.
Bogdanovic gets that steal, and now they're off to the races.
Raptors trail by 4. Schroeder outside. Rebounded by Capella. So it's the Hawks now. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Now, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
To stop the run, here's Schroeder. Siakam's shot is off. Atlanta leading by 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Since moving to Atlanta in 1968, Greg, the Hawks have never been to the NBA Finals.
That is insane, Kevin. I mean, you think back to all the great players they've had, from Dominique Wilkins to now Trae Young. Hawks fans are hungry for a trip to the finals.
Here's Dick. Siakam, right side. Pass to Achua. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Trent. The tray. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good. Quality shots, knock them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Left side, Porter. And Siakam has it in the corner. Trent, that's a two-pointer. And so it's Atlanta in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities. Always a good idea.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Back to Achua. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Hawks leading by 8. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Trent with the wide open look. And the 3 off target.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And a classic, the bank shot. Very popular at one time. Brent, what happened to him?
I think the only time you really see it, Kevin, is when guys are going in for layups at full speed and trying to take some of that speed off the basketball. But guys really just don't get the ball in possession where they're going to use a good angle off the glass. Those are usually mid-range shots. How many of those do you see?
Now, here's Trent. We saw him with 10 points last game. Dick in the corner. Crafty move. And it's good on the layup.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. These days, the ball is in Pascal Siakam's hands. He says it means everything. Being on the ball just gives you a better rhythm. I don't think it's hard. It's just something you grow into. I have those images in my head of where I want to get to. Now, defenses often look to double, and he said, if I played me, I would do that too. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Now, here's Trent. Here's Dick. Nailed from three-point land. Dick's got his second bucket of the night.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Here's Okongwu. The layup off target. And one outstanding things the Raptors do, Greg, they really protect the ball.
Yeah, even when they're not playing their best, they don't give away games with mistakes. They force you to find other ways to beat them.
Here's Dick. He's got 6. Siakam's shot is off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Toronto trailer. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Anunoby. Takes it inside. Barnes outside. Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them.
First game foul.
.153 left in the first half of basketball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Here's Hunter. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Now with the lineup for the Hawks, number 8.
And here are the Raptors now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost him.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes. But you know what, Greg? What do you think is his key?
Kevin, that's an easy one. It's going to be perimeter shooting. You know, we get spoiled with all the other things he can do, and he's had a tremendous start to his NBA career. But I think to become that superstar, the jump shot has to become a weapon.
Trent goes in with the teardrop. Barnes right side. Schroeder outside. Clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot. Down deep, Trent drains it from beyond the arc. Trent's got the lead up to 3 now for the Raptors. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Teams changing it up here. .55 seconds left here in the second. For three, Hunter. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. After the first half of a two-game trip.
And Capella just smashing through the contact on the inside that time.
To the right side. Back to Boucher. And the dunk by Boucher.
And good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Matthews, no good. Toronto leading by 3. Now, here's Anunoby. Raptors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Both good from the line that time.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Raptors ending the second quarter with a tremendous 17-4 run. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Raptors leading by 5. Pass to Pirtle. Schroeder outside. Siakam outside. And Capella sends it back.
Capella's reach is so intimidating for anybody on the inside. That's why you can anchor your defense with him.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Looking at DeJounte Murray, it's amazing, Brent, how well he recovered from a serious injury just a few years ago.
You never know how a guy is going to bounce back from an ACL injury and a complete year off from basketball, but he is back to full strength, and he has been awesome.
The Hawks trail by 3. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Young. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Remember, Trae Young wasn't selected for the 2023 All-Star game, and Brent, some are calling that a snub.
Yeah, I don't know, Greg. That seemed a little bit odd to me, and it caught some people off guard. But look, if you want to give Trae Young another chip on his shoulder, you're going to get some incredible performances. Talk about things that... halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Toronto has a new head coach in Darko Rajakovic. He started coaching at 16 in his home country of Serbia. So even though he's still young, he's already a lifer. In his near decade as an NBA assistant coach, he made a name for himself in player development. And of course, Kevin, that's going to be essential now with the rebuilding Raptors.
It is, but I love his resume. His story is terrific. He is just what they need. David, thank you.
That's his first personal foul.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. Here we are, Greg, watching Atlanta. This team has a lot of firepower.
And some great scores, Kevin. They don't just launch threes. They like to work for good shots inside the arc as well.
Here's Hunter, and it's off the back rim. No good.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum.
Raptors moving the ball around. And Siakam has it in the corner. Off target with his 3.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Murray, no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Pass to Schroeder.
Number 13, Bogdan.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. And they're moving it up from deep 3-point territory. Here's Johnson. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Johnson's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
And the Hawks making a change here. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Barnes outside. Back to Pirtle. Anunoby with it. He's got 5. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Pirtle. 2 points. That one goes. Pirtle's got 6. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Atlanta. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Greg, one thing you know you're getting with Gary Trent Jr., volume 3-point shooting. He lets it fly.
And he is really fearless at the arc. I think because of his consistency. And when he gets hot, well, he can get on a burn.
And it's good for 2.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Atlanta shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
Griffin no good on the free throw. And for the second straight time, Brent, the Atlanta Hawks made a first-round exit in 2023.
You know, it's interesting, Kevin, when a team achieves something that maybe they didn't think they were going to get to, how those expectations change. I think that's happened to the Hawks a little bit. Look, they made a coaching change. They fell short this year. With some retooling, they definitely have some pieces out there who are going to fight and are going to adjust to what it is they need to do in order to take that next step.
Here's Siakam following the 3 by Atlanta. Back to Boucher. Pass to Siakam. Raptors moving the ball around. Trent, that's a 2-pointer. Here's Achua. Now McDaniels. Nothing on the board. Here's Griffin. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Atlanta ending the 3rd quarter with a massive 16-5 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here. The Hawks leading by 6. And Okongwu has it in the corner. And Bay throws it down.
Well, when Bay is coming at you like that with that kind of momentum, tough for the defense to interfere.
There's Siakam to the middle. Boucher.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out. They're getting up extra shots. That could be a difference maker in the result.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Pascal Siakam. That's his 2nd personal foul. First team foul.
That one misses for Young.
You have to love Trae Young's relentlessness on the floor. His focus, just giving the game 100% of himself and not messing around in any regard.
Good work defensively by Trent.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's McDaniels. And it's Trent in the corner. At the elbow, it's Siakam. Unloads from 9. Jump shot is good that time. Siakam's got his first basket of the night.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
They're just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Now, here's Trent. Down low. Here's Siakam. And he uses the glass on the layup.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
Here's Young. Capitalizes off the crossover.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
And here's Trent. That one a little long.
Well, I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
The shot by Okongwu, no good. Now here's McDaniels. Double by Bogdanovich. And here is Trent outside. Drops in the tray.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Both teams will make substitutions. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. Now, he said, come on, can anybody make a three? We have to be better from deep. He implored his team to find the shooters, get them open with movement and picks. We'll see if it works, guys.
Thank you, David. And here is Siakam. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Pass to Anunoby. 6 to shoot. Right wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So it's Atlanta now, leading by 5. Johnson up top. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Here's Schroeder. Here he goes. Johnson with the block. Here's Murray. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
You want more of this from DeJounte Murray, just playing on the front foot, getting to the free throw line.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. There's Schroeder. Not going to go that time. Good defensive work there by Young. Johnson in the corner. Hunter on the wing. For 3, Murray sinks the three-pointer. Murray's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks.
And Murray wasting no time. He had the space. He rose up and knocked it down.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Siakam outside. 4 on the shot clock. Over Johnson. They can't stop the run with that one.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Now, here is Young. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Hawks.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Substitution on the court.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. The teardrop falls in.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Pass to McDaniels. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one.